Blockchains are changing the way that everyday people make money in finance. After all, this is a brand new permissionless financial ecosystem where you can do things that you can't do anywhere else. Like use flash loans to borrow millions of dollars of cryptocurrency for free. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about 4 different ways to make money with flash loans that are working right now in 2024. I'm gonna talk about all these as a blockchain developer myself who works this technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's what you're interested in, then smash that like button down below and subscribe. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about how to make money with flash loans in 2024. Now I'm gonna do a quick recap of what flash loans are in case you're not familiar. I suspect that you are since you clicked on this video, but here goes. So flash loans are basically where you can borrow millions of dollars in cryptocurrency for free as long as you pay it back in the same transaction. So what does that mean? Well, blockchain supports simple transactions and complex transactions. If I send you cryptocurrency, that's a simple transaction with one instruction, but you can also do multiple steps inside a transaction like borrow money, do something with it, and then pay it back. And that's what flash loans allow you to do. As long as you pay it back instantly and you can make money, there you go. Now I'm gonna explain 4 different ways you can use this technique to make money in this video, but if you wanna see exactly how to use flash loans to make passive income guaranteed, then make sure you hold your spot for the Flash Loan Masterclass this Thursday, May 16th. Inside, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know on how to make passive incomes with flash loans, and I'm gonna let you steal my passive income application that I've built with flash loans. So trust me, you won't wanna miss this. Hold your spot with the link down below. All right, so let's get into these 4 different strategies. So these will all be a little bit different. Some will be passive income, some will be less passive, and some are more just about boosting your investment returns. Now I'm gonna highlight each of those when I talk about these different strategies, and I'll list off the pros and cons. So strategy number 1 is for crypto arbitrage trading. So what is this? So basically, if you can buy crypto for $100 on one exchange and sell it for $101 on a different exchange, that's a $1 profit. Now that doesn't sound great, but what if you do this with multiple units of the same cryptocurrency, or you do it over and over again? That can quickly add up. Now, you can do crypto arbitrage trading on normal centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, whatever, right? You can do it with an asset like Bitcoin. But the problem with that is if you move it in between exchanges, then the price might move on you, okay? But what if you could do this with decentralized exchanges on the blockchain? What if you could use applications like Uniswap, Balancer, et cetera, Okay, well, these are powered by smart contracts in the blockchain, and if you find these discrepancies, you can execute them in real time without the price moving on you. No, so that's how that works. But what if you could also do this without having any money to begin with? Well, that's where flash loans come into play. You can take out flash loans to borrow the money that you're going to do for an arbitrage, okay, and then trade in between each exchange and then pay back the flash loan instantly and keep the profit. That's what it looks like right here. Step 1, borrow the money. Step 2 and 3 is doing the arbitrage, and step 4 is basically keeping the profit and then paying the flash loan back. So what are the pros and cons with this strategy? So the pros are that it does not require any capital up front except for the gas fees that you have to pay to do the trades, and this can be very profitable. Now, what are the cons? Well, it's not a truly passive income strategy because some work is required in order to create the strategy you're going to use to do the arbitrage. You have a searcher bot that's watching for these things, and you have to kind of tell it what to look for. And these strategies can be competitive, so you have to take the time to find one that's going to work for you. All right, so strategy number 2 is one of my favorites because it has guaranteed passive income. So what is it? Well, it's basically using flash loans to increase your leverage when you're doing crypto lending, liquidity mining, yield farming, et cetera. So let me explain what I mean by that. Let's start first off with crypto lending and how that works. So you can look at these decentralized applications like Moonwell, for example, which kind of works like a bank. You can deposit cryptocurrency. You can also borrow cryptocurrency from this. So if you deposit cryptocurrency into this application that's powered by smart contracts, you're lending money in this case, and you can get paid to do that. So for example, if you deposit, USDC coins, is a stable cryptocurrency whose price doesn't change, you can earn, anywhere between 8 and 10% rewards for doing this, okay? But what you can do is you can also borrow cryptocurrency on the other side, all right? So when you put this together with flash loans, what you can do, let's say that you were going to deposit $30 of USDC into here. What you can do is deposit $30 of your own money and then take out a flash loan for $70, and now you have $100 sitting into the protocol. And then you can instantly turn around and borrow the same $70 and pay the flash loan back. So now you have $100 sitting in the protocol when you only deposited $30, and now you're earning, this APY on top of $100 instead of your $30. So it's a huge multiplier. Now, what you can also do is you can continue to compound this over time, where any rewards that you gain, you can instantly swap, put back into protocol. And the net effect of this is basically whatever you see here on the APY, you can almost multiply that number by 10. And again, this is one of my favorite strategies because it's truly passive. You can completely automate this. And this is the exact strategy I'm going to show you inside of the Flash Loan Masterclass on this Thursday. So what are the pros and cons on this? Well, the pros are that it is guaranteed passive income. The cons are you do need some of your own capital to do this. There is risk involved when you're talking about lending, because if you don't use the right collateral ratios, you do potentially risk liquidation. And there's always, smart contract risk when you're supplying money to a protocol. All right, so strategy number 3 has got to do with DeFi liquidations. So what are these? Well, I'll stay on the same application to illustrate this. So basically, anytime that somebody deposits money into one of these protocols, let's say it's like Ethereum, for example, and they turn around and borrow money on the other side against this. Maybe it's to go take on another speculative investment. And then let's say the price of Ether drops significantly to where the amount they supplied the protocol, that they're no longer within that collateral factor that I talked about a little bit earlier. So basically, they have a delinquent loan in this case because they've now borrowed more money than what their collateral is worth, what the protocol is allowing them to do, and they're now in liquidation territory. So how these protocols work is they are decentralized, they're open, and so that means that pretty much anybody who sees this delinquent loan can help process the liquidation. So if you're getting liquidated on a centralized exchange, the centralized exchange would just liquidate you automatically, okay? But because this is powered by smart contracts, open on the blockchain, really anybody can process these liquidations, including, developers. So what you can do is you can actually do the liquidation and help the protocol recoup the funds, and you can get paid to do this. You basically get a reward. It's kind of like being a bounty hunter in this case. Now, where do Flash loans come into play? Well, you can use Flash loans to do the liquidations. So basically, you can borrow the money that's required to do the liquidation. You can pay it back, and then you can keep any profit that you make from that transaction. Now, this is not my favorite way to make money with Flash loans because it does cause someone on the other side of the screen to lose money in this case. But again, they did take out a loan. Hopefully they knew the risks, which brings me into the pros and cons. The pros with liquidations are, it's a viable way to make money with Flash loans, but the cons are, again, somebody has to lose in order for you to gain in this case. Again, hopefully they knew the risk they were taking on. It's generally less profitable in an aggregate sense than some of these other opportunities that I'm talking about. It does require a significant amount of active searching for each of these potential opportunities, and it can be kind of competitive because you really have to be the first to act in order to do this. All right, so way number 4 to make money with Flash loans is with what's called collateral swaps. Now, this has got more to do with boosting your investment returns depending on what you're doing, okay? So what is a collateral swap? So let's say that you're using a lending market just like this one, okay? And you have deposited money into it, but then you're actually borrowing funds on the other side to do something else. Let's say you deposited, USDC, for example, okay? And then you borrowed, some other coin, okay? And then you're using that coin maybe to go do some yield farming somewhere else, or maybe you're trading it for a short-term speculative investment and you're going to pay it back, but you currently have the money that you're borrowing tied up, somewhere else, okay? But let's say that you see more favorable terms based on the asset that you deposited. Maybe you see that, hey, I deposited USDC, but I can earn a higher APY with a different stable coin. Or maybe you deposit a volatile crypto and you maybe are getting close to liquidation territory or whatever it is. You decide that, hey, I've got this money borrowed, but I want to change up my collaterals. That's what a collateral swap is for. Basically, you have a certain amount of collateral, but you want to use a different collateral to back up your position. So what you can do is you can take out a Flash loan to essentially rebalance this. Basically move out of one collateral position to another collateral position, whether that's to get favorable terms from the lending market or to get out of a volatile asset that might be close to liquidation territory. So what are some pros and cons with this strategy? Well, the pros are that if you are big into the DeFi lending, this can be a really great way to boost the opportunities there for you. Now, the cons are, basically, this really only is a viable way if you are planning to do crypto lending in the first place, to where you're using capital that you're borrowing to do something else. If you're not using that to try to boost an overall return of some kind, Like, this strategy is not going to be a great way for you to make money unless you're planning on doing crypto lending in the first place and you're actually going to use that money that you borrowed to go do something else. This is really just an optimization technique. All right, so those are 4 different ways to make money with Flash loans that are working right now inside of 2024. And so if you want to go deeper on this and see exactly how you can use Flash loans to make passive income guaranteed, then make sure you hold your spot for the Flash Loan Masterclass this Thursday, May 16th. Inside, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to make passive income with Flash loans, and I'm going to give away my passive income map live on the session. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hold your spot with the link down below. So that's all I've got for today. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button down below, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.